Hello, hello! My goodness, it's time again. It's again that time for Wizards and Warriors. I am gonna set up a quick RNG manipulation and we're gonna take some time. I'm gonna explain who I am and what I'm doing. My name is Threach. Thanks again for having me on Retrothon 2025. I'm gonna listen for an audio cue here. I just wanted you all to hear the music, honestly, and then we will start the timer. Okay, so we just set up an RNG manipulation to basically spawn in a pink potion that allows us to do a higher jump than normal at the start of the game, which we need in order to get the pink key, and which we need in order to get the pink chests, etc. So there's pink, red, and blue keys in each level, or in most of the levels, and you need to get the corresponding key to open the chests and doors that go with those colors. So, this is Wizards and Warriors. It's a Rare game. You know Rare from Battletoads and Donkey Kong Country. Same composer, David Wise, for those games. The music in this game is incredible. So I'm running all stages in this category. So that just means we go through the entire game and then we beat the one wizard in this game. So in chat, are there wizards and or warriors in this game? There's one wizard, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's fine. There's at least one warrior. But the wizard's name is Malkill. I call him Mouthfeel because it's funny. It's about a 20-minute category or so, so we'll see how far we go. So without further ado, I'm just going to be rambling, and it's just me today, so you're going to hear a lot of my voice, and you're probably going to get sick of it. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now we start off in the forest of Elrond with one track of sound, and here's our pink potion, which lets us jump up, grab that pink key off the ledge, and then we jump down, and this automatically opens the chests in this game. Now, chest pickup in this game is very interesting because there are items and there are gems. Here's the blue key as well. Oops, that'll allow us to go through blue doors. I just picked up a blue potion, and again, information in this is coming at you a million miles a minute, so bear with me. The blue potion actually isn't super great right there because there are 3 colors of potions as well as keys, as well as doors and chests. The blue potion allows you to cover greater horizontal distance, so you can move faster when you're walking or running. The red potion gives you temporary invincibility, and the pink potion allows you to have an elevated jump. So we are climbing up the trees here and collecting gems along the way. The gem count is down in the bottom, and we are looking to collect 100 gems to get the knight to allow us to pass through at the end of the level. Now, I just picked up the Boots of Force. Oops! I almost beefed it on the first level. All right. The Boots of Force allow us to kick open chests in the game. So, dude, all right, we're gonna, again, beef it. It's fine. I absolutely have played this video game before, to varying degrees of success. All right, there we go. We just wanted to get up. We had to hit it with our heels in order to get up on the tree. We just died. It's fine. You know what? This is a great speed game for babies, and I am a baby, so you have to just go with it. This is a wonderful speedrun for beginner speedrunners, I think, because it allows you to basically just die and restart in place. And I love that. You have unlimited continues, and so it's very, very forgiving. Fantastic little game. Now, I know earlier we were talking about bees, but can I offer you some more bees? So here they are. Oh, no, Kelly, no! If I'm yelling at Kelly, that's my human name, so I'm gonna do that a billion times during this run. If you pick up an object, an item, basically, in some of the chests throughout this run, it will mean that later chests that would otherwise contain that item will only contain gems. Now, that's important for gem pickup and for ensuring that we have items that will allow us to progress through levels. However, you can really mess that up. So oh my goodness, if I had gotten this jump, girl. Okay. Can I interest you in the Nintendo Entertainment System? We're probably just gonna immediately die here because it'll be faster than trying to, no, maybe not. Yay, we did it, hooray. Right, that was like as badly as the first level could have gone, except I didn't pick up the one. So along the way, we're going to be picking up these damsels, or rescuing them. This is Lucinda. my girl. So I am capturing right now on my GV USB 2. I have an Elgato that it was not cooperating earlier, so it's not the best quality right now. We're getting mono sound, so you know what? That's what it's all about. That's retro gaming, baby. Now we're about to come up on what I call the Nintendo jump. It's just you have to hit it. You have to not be scared. I was scared. Mother pearl. Okay, you gotta get the corner and then jump out. Now, normally, this is an excellent place for a charity marathon because if you're collecting donations, it's like every time I beef this jump, donate X amount of dollars. But we got it on the third try. That's totally fine for me. So we'll keep going. This is the ice cave, and we need, I think, 100 gems in here. Since we have the Boots of Force, we could just open this chest, and it doesn't matter. You also notice that we picked up the Feather of Feather Fall, which is an excellent item. Oh, okay, didn't miss that jump. Good. It lets us sort of control the speed at which we fall, which is wonderful. It's nice, just like our gems count. All right, let's keep going. So we're going in here through the red door. We picked up the red key at the beginning of the level, and that allows us to get through the door. We're going to pick up the Potion of Levitation here, which allows us to press the up button, and that will let us reach higher ledges. It's a strategic item, especially for later. We are going to cheese one of the boss fights because it is difficult and the guy hits hard, and so we just want to take that as easy as possible. I'm going to grab this red potion on the way out so that I don't take any damage because we've got the bat fight coming up. The bat fight, I usually like to go in with at least 5 health. 6 health is dicey because she'll do some damage to you, but we're just going to progress through here and get some of this done. I just love this theme. There are so many things to talk about, and as many times as I've performed this game during a marathon, I haven't figured out how to, like, really perfect the talk track, so this is why I'd be bad at sales, but it's fine. Another dose of Threach. I cannot read chat, except for just between levels, so just bear with me. Again, I appreciate everyone. I see some familiar names, and I appreciate you coming out to watch and support. Stick around for the rest of Retrothon. It's been awesome. I ran free cell on Saturday because apparently you're allowed to do that. It's just a thing they'll let you do. So that was fun. And it's been a great week. I was so excited to see The Last Ninja. I've watched some speedruns of that before, but it's been a minute. Right here, we're going to try to catch one of these bubbles and raise our way to the top of the level, grab the pink key, and then head in through this door. Oh, beep, beep, boy. All right. That was just me not holding right sufficiently. Now, we're not going to kick open that chest. I forget what it has, but it's not something that we want, so we'll see. There's a glitch up here that I've been having some trouble with, and I haven't gotten it in a few runs, so we're going to give it a few tries, and if we can't get it, then we'll just keep moving. Now, here's the main divergence between this category, all stages, and the other category that is primarily run. Not that. That was just me being bad, and that was me being bad a second time. All right, let's go. Let's go. I swear I have played this game before. So in all stages, we want to get a weapon, the one that we just picked up, which is the Battle Axe of Agor, and it lets us do 2 damage per hit of our axe that we basically throw out. Oh my gosh, first try. All right, so we clipped through the wall. We're just gonna go over here. We picked up a meat, which is excellent. We're gonna try to get this guy to kind of stick to us, and we're gonna mash on the select button, and there we go. All right, he's good. Every time you kick, it gives 3 points of damage. I think that's with, yeah, that is with the Boots of Force, because that's the only thing that lets you kick. Forget what I was talking about. It doesn't, oh, the difference between all stages and any percent. Basically, in the any percent run, you don't pick up the battle axe in that chest up in the top right. So, all right, this is the best run, the best level in the game, in my opinion. One, because it is purple, and purple is my favorite color, but also I think it has the best music. However, we pick up chests so frequently that we don't really hear enough of the music. So just go back through and play the game yourself and then figure out how good the track is. Oh my goodness. Okay, is that a pink? Yeah. Cool. All right. She's gonna remember how to do what she's doing. All right. There's like some speed optimizations. I recently PB'd on this game for the first time in like 3.5 or 4 years. Wild. And I fully attribute that to finally getting captured devices that are sufficient for, you know, reducing frame input or input delay. That's what I'm talking about. Basically, so you can see that there are several gems inside that cave. If you pick them up with your thrown weapon, then it actually allows them to give you the full value of the gems, which is 2. This is an excellent potion pickup here because it just lets us go a little bit faster. Hooray! We run in here, get the pink key, and then run out, drop down, get meat, maybe? Maybe meat? Nope, no meat. All right. We're gonna do this just to be safe. If you just run into those gems, then you only pick up a value of 1. So, There we go. Alright, and we'll pick these up on the way back. Grab this guy. And levitate, meat, levitate, gem. Hooray! We've done it! Alright. So, I think our count is pretty good. Our health is not, but that's fine. Again, this game is for babies. Just baby game. So you can just die as many times as you need to, and it's actually fine. So we're a little bit under, I think, what we need for gems. Yeah. So we'll just, get what we can. We need 3, and I think... Oh, we actually might be good. Darn it. Okay. Nope. We need 1 more, and death. So I think what we're gonna do is just go get that guy. Please? Yeah. No! It despawned. Alright, that's fine. We have to wait for a gem, which is deeply unfortunate, but that is just life. Just how it goes. Alright, I need 1 bat to drop 1 gem. Alright, and this is kind of what can happen. This, if you are fast and loose with your routing, it can go really well. There we go. Alright, there's our 200th, and you can see the guy is no longer in front of the door. Fight this purple shade dude. Hopefully not die. There we go. Alright. We got through. This is rough. This is not how it should go. Yes, free cell on Windows. Sorry, again. Catching up on chat. Griselda rescued. Naturally. Now we're gonna go back through the tree, which will then dump us out into the forest. Now, I am going to have to concentrate here for just a sec. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I will explain this in a moment. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, I learned how to count one more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, so what just happened there is that there are hidden gems throughout these levels, and you can basically jump into them for n-1 times to proc the pickup of the gem, but then not despawn the repeat gem if you don't pull its full value. If you scroll off the screen, you can basically tell it to continue to respawn. So there are 15. Oh, yep, I always forget that one is there. There are 15 gems in that hidden gem, and we picked up we picked up 14, 14, and 15. Is this the... No, that's the 5. I was like, there's a 10 and a 5. There's a 5 and a 10 and a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And the next one is the 10. Sorry. A little rusty on this game, and that's okay, because you know what? Sometimes life is rusty, and that's our lesson for today. All right, here's the 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We will absolutely... There you go. There's our 100 to get out of the level. Now, when we come out of here, we are going to be in the forest again. However, it's Forest 2, and now this is another divergence from the any percent stage. No, or the any percent run. What you would do in any percent is effectively scroll off the screen until you reload a portion of the game that allows you to beat the next levels, which is basically... Excuse me. It just cycles you through the bosses, and then eventually you beat the game. It's something to do with the way that the game registers completion of stages. So we're not going to do that because I like fighting all of the stages, and also because I just think this is a more interesting run. We are going to fight the giant spider here, and then we're going to find my girl. She's in here. You know her. You love her. She's coming up in a minute. Platforming in this game is sus. It also is bad if you are bad, which I am, so it's kind of rough for all of us right now. It's Penelope! She's my lady. I love her. And also I can't see or say the name Penelope any other way. I just can't ever read the Odyssey, I think is the takeaway here, because I'll just see Penelope the whole time. Alright, this level stinks! This is the castle exterior. It is a rough climb, it's a lot of levitating, it's a lot of precise platforming, in a game that is, I want to say, somewhat merciless with its platforming requirements. It's not, like, the worst game I've ever played, or the worst platforming I've ever done, but it's not great. At least it's not those jump puzzles in Final Fantasy XIV, which honestly, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, gems are incredibly scarce, running up the wall here, so we want to get 50 to complete the level and get the knight to move out of the way at the bottom. And this is the only level also that doesn't... No, I lied. This is one of 2 levels in all stages that doesn't have an end boss. So we will get to the end. We just have to collect the 50 gems, get to the door, and then the knight will let us through. So, this is actually smoother than this normally goes, and it seems extraneous to have to go out and jump and get those gems, but actually you need every single one of them because this level is brutal. So we get the pink door at the top, and we don't change our route on the fly because that's dangerous, so we just keep doing the thing that we're used to doing. This is not, many of the paths that I've taken in this are different from the world record for this category, and that's fine. I can live with that. It is just a little slower overall. Like, there are definitely faster things you can do. In addition to execution, there are paths that you can, routing that you can do that's a little bit different, but we are just gonna go tried and true, get over here, hope for a blue potion, not get one, that's fine. Life sometimes just doesn't give you blue potions. Get the meat! Alright. Not whiffing on this jump, which for some reason seems to be the easiest place to whiff in the whole game, even though it's a very, very easy jump. And we are going to come back down, kick these guys along the way, see if they'll jump some gems. That one did. Very cool. Thank you, Skelly Man. And come up here and collect our bounty. Now, we need 44 walking out of here. We are Gucci. We've got 46. What that means is that we can fall all the way to the ground, and assuming we don't take 3 points of damage, which we shouldn't, we just collect 4 gems, get to our 50, and then we can end the level. Alright, so here's... There we go. Okay. Yep, there's our guy at the bottom. We almost died. It's fine. I am so excited to go back through and read chat. Sometimes I feel like Michael Scott in the one episode of The Office where he's like, sometimes I start a sentence, and I just hope that by the end of it I find out where I was going. So we're in the castle interior now. This one is a big, hefty deal of 200 gems that we need to collect. So it's gonna be a minute here. Here's our first indication of Skelly Boys. Truly. We have all those skulls that shoot projectiles at us on the ground, but look at these. Wow, they're beefy lads. Alright, so we're gonna come up here through our route. We are just skipping some of the gems along the way because there are more optimal paths to take. And we'll come up here and get the... Oops! We'll jump into that first on accident. Forget where this jump goes. And come up here and get the red key. Wonderful. And then we're gonna look like we're doing strategic falling, but in fact there's a more optimal route that I haven't learned. It's fine. Who let me run this game? Alright. I highly suggest... This is a super duper fun speedrun to learn. I would recommend it. Again, if you're looking for a new speedrun, or if you're new to speedruns in general and you're looking for something that's a little bit more forgiving, more beginner friendly, there is a YouTube tutorial series by Dark Terex that I use to learn this run. As with everything else that I do, I learned this kind of out of spite, basically because I wanted to be able to play the game, and then I looked and the speedrun was actually like super duper available. Like it was accessible and allowed me to beat a game that I wasn't really able to beat as a kid. Also, it was cool. My family had this cartridge, or not this exact cartridge. That's somewhere in the living room, but the one they had this game on the original Nintendo, which I am playing on. And since there were so many of us, I'm one of 7, so we used to have, we'd sit in the living room and the oldest siblings would play the games. You know, that's how I saw Legend of Zelda. That's how I saw Bionic Commando and Wizards and Warriors. And so this is a game that I have seen basically my entire life. And now I can share it with my siblings and be like, hey, I'm good at things. And they can be like, cool, you're 34. And they're like, yeah, but I'm good at a video game. So, all right, we're going to jump up here, get this chest, and then we're going to come up on one of the most intimidating bosses in the game. This is Tiny Bone Gentleman. Hello, Tiny Bone Gentleman. He hits like a truck. All right. No. Okay. Cool. So what we're going to do here is cheese the Tiny Bone Gentleman. And we are going to levitate into the wall. And we're not going to soft lock because we're adults and we refuse to soft lock. Okay. Come out here till he has just a little bit of health left. Kick him once. Get hit by the bone. Wait. I know. Can you imagine being good at video games? Because I truly cannot. Candida, I think we've got 2 levels left. Is this green room? Who even knows? I don't have my splits up, so I'm like relying on memory, and my memory is terrible. Oh, we got a clock. All right, so green room is another brutal, scarce level. It doesn't have that many gems, and you have to collect 100 of them in order for the door to open. So we're going to be using that gem duplication glitch that we were using earlier and do the 100 there. So shout outs to Harley Quinn Jester, who is wonderful and did commentary for this when I ran this for... What's the last thing that I ran it for? It will come to me later. I just ran this for a marathon recently, though, and Harley did commentary for me, and she does a completely different route and had beaten my PB until I finally PB'd again, which is very exciting. So here's the red key, and please... Okay, thank you. Land on something that is useful. There we go, and then we slow fall, and then we come down here with 55. Okay, that's not ideal, but... Basically, we are going to just continue to kill enemies, 2, 3, 4, and run between these 2 blocks. 2, 3, 4. We scroll slightly off screen so that it replenishes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like more counting in this game. If you're vehemently opposed to math, I guess maybe don't. But it's super fun. I'd recommend it. 3, 4. Just remember how to count to 14 and then 4. Okay, gotta be careful because someone just dinged me up into that gem, and hopefully... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you gonna... Alright, there's the game over. Cool. There's the 100. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to take as little damage as we can because we are coming up on the end! And this is mouthfeel. Oh no. Okay, we got projectiles. Yep. Alright. Could be bad, but we're gonna see. So we're gonna be levitating here for a hot minute. Just to do as much damage to him as we can. Each time we throw the axe, again, that does 2 points of damage. So we are going to hope that he spawns in good locations that we can throw the axe at him and get 1 or 2 hits in. So his life is under evil, and my life is under life, which is almost evil backwards, I guess. So we just need to do damage to him faster than he does damage to us. The way this is kind of an optimal safe strat because he spawns in 3 locations here from which you can hit him. And if you get him to not get the projectiles, then he is not going to damage you. Like, you're almost never going to get in a situation where, come on, dude, where he does more damage to you. And that is time. It's not a good time, but I think I estimated 23 minutes, and we beat 23 minutes, and honestly, that is what I am concerned about. You've got hover strats out the wazoo in this game. They are all over the place. Alright, I know it was a hot mess, but honestly, I cannot recommend Wizards and Warriors enough. I love the game. I love the soundtrack. I love just everything about it. Super duper fun. So, I did shoutouts on Saturday, so it's just shout out to my community and to the people who support me and to my mom, who's wonderful. And to the trans community. Keep on going, friends, because it's a tough one out there. We're gonna pay homage to Sir Stee here at the end, and that is gonna do it for me. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Super duper appreciate it. You can find me at crab.town in your address bar if you are so inclined. Please feel free to give me a follow, or feel free to go outside and pet a dog whose owner wants you to pet it. So thank you so much for having me, Retrothon. Appreciate it, and we'll see you all around the bend.
Just wanted to take a quick time out. We really appreciate the flexibility of all of our runners today. It's been a hectic day of scheduling. We really appreciate everything you do for us today. Thank you ever so much to all of our runners.